run, do not walk to your computer or your phone and click add to cart and purchase or get on that wait list. When I met Ellie, I knew I wanted to work with her to develop my signature speech. And because I have a performance background, I knew that speaking would be the best way for me to naturally merge my worlds of college prep expertise and performance expertise. And I am loving what I'm learning so far. There are so many things that, even though I have stage experience, I wouldn't know would make, a memorable speech that really gets to the core of what people want and need to hear in order to make a buying decision. I have already given 3 talks since I started the class. I'm only halfway through and I have 2 or 3 more to go. And I am so indebted to LA for helping me feel confident and really excited about what my talk is going to become.
There's a big difference between a talk that gets applause and one that gets you clients. Hey, this is Laurie-Ann, and you are listening to Public Speaking Monetization Tips. So if you are a coach, consultant, or a service provider looking for ways to market and showcase your business, you are in the right place. Most people focus on delivering information, when what truly moves an audience is transformation. And that's what this episode is going to be all about: how to craft a talk that not only inspires people, but also converts them into clients, referrals, and other opportunities. Because your talk, your presentation needs to take your audience on an experience. And that is what becomes your best marketing asset. And the framework that I'm going to share with you, you can use on stages, podcasts, webinars, anywhere that you need to speak and get visible. And this is exactly what I help my clients do: build one talk that showcases their expertise, positions them as the go-to expert, and brings in clients again and again. And let me just address that one thing that I just shared. One talk. Yeah, you don't need to have a gazillion talks or write a new presentation every time that you get booked to speak. Here's what happens when you have one signature talk. Even though you'll customize it for the audience that you're speaking to so that they feel like you wrote it just for them, you get really good at delivering that talk because you've used it and said it and delivered it again and again and again. And guess what happens to those stories that are inside of that signature speech of yours? You get really good at delivering those stories. So that, my friends, is the beauty of having one signature talk. So your talk isn't just a presentation. You are showcasing your expertise. So I want you to think about it this way. When you speak, you are giving people real-time experience of what it's like to work with you. They get to witness your personality, your process, and hear about your perspective. And when your talk is done right, you don't have to chase clients. No, because your talk will do the work for you and it will draw in the perfect people. And the good news is, crafting this kind of a speech, this is a skill, and it's something that you can learn, practice, and refine. You just need a clear structure that leads your audience to think, I want more of that. So let me share with you my in-demand signature speech framework. And I teach what I call the 3 C's: compelling, captivating, and most importantly, converting. Let me break that down for you. Compelling. You've got about 10 seconds to hook your audience. You've got to get them to lean in. So you do need to start strong. A story, a question, a bold statement, a startling statistic that makes your audience lean in. It's not about being dramatic. It's about being relevant. You want them to think, they get me. The next one is captivating. This is where you keep them engaged. I want your audience to be on the edge of their seats. And you do this through storytelling, emotions, and authenticity. Because nobody can be you better than you can be you. And people don't remember bullet points. They remember how you made them feel. Thank you, Maya Angelou. It's about connection. So you want to connect with your audience. So your everyday stories that you feel are boring, guess what? The people that are in your audience are living those same everyday stories. So it helps you connect. It makes you relatable to them. And the last part is converting. Finally, your talk should lead to the next step. And that means that every story, every example, and every insight ties back to the transformation that you help people create. Your audience feels pulled towards you, not pushed towards you. And the great thing is that your presentation, your in-demand signature speech, pulls in the right people. Now, everybody who's in your audience is either a perfect fit client or can become a referral agent for you, or they are actually both. Because the only people who are going to raise their hand to be in your audience are the people who are interested in your topic, have the pain that you solve. So keep that in mind. One of my clients inside my in-demand signature speech program came to me with what she thought was a solid presentation. She had data, she had slides, she had stats, all the things she thought she needed to sound professional. But when she had delivered it, the audience was polite, nodding, taking notes. And then they went home and nobody booked a call and nobody followed up. Well, inside in-demand signature speech, we completely reworked her talk using the 3 C's framework. We simplified her content, added powerful personal stories, and connected everything back to her offer in a way that felt authentic, in a way that felt natural. And the next time she gave that talk, the difference was night and day. She actually told me afterwards, people were lining up to talk to her at the end, and she didn't even mention her program. They just wanted to know how to work with her. And that's what happens when your talk becomes aligned with your brand, your message, and most importantly, your audience's needs. It positions you as the trusted expert. And that's exactly what I want for you. Let me give you a simple roadmap for your talk. You're going to start with a hook, something that gets people to lean in. But here's what happens naturally to an audience. They start to fold their arms and lean back. And what they're thinking is, why should I listen to you? And this is where you share your authority section. We have to let the audience know why you are the person to continue to listen to till the end of your presentation. Next, you're going to teach a few actionable insights or ideas, not everything you know, just enough to give people clarity and confidence that they can have the same transformation that your other clients have had. And that transformation, you are painting a picture of what's possible for them. And then finally, you're going to invite them to take that next step. Remember, we're deepening the relationship, deepening the learning, whatever that is. Whether it's a freebie, it's a download, it's a book a call, it's a join a program, that's up to you to decide what that call to action is. And then you close your presentation. You are putting a beautiful bow on your presentation. Now, this is not about being perfect, but it is about being intentional. Each of the parts of the in-demand signature speech is built on blocks. And the reason why it's built on blocks is so that you can take the same signature speech and use it in a 55 1-hour presentation slot. Or you take out a few of those blocks and now you've got a 30-minute presentation. And if this hasn't happened to you yet, it might in the future. So always be prepared. The meeting planner may come up to you and say, hey, the person before you went a little overtime. Can you cut your 30-minute presentation down to 20 minutes? And you as the speaker, you're a pro and you know exactly how to do that and still have an unbelievable in-demand signature speech. Okay, so I want to give you a few quick ways that you can strengthen your talk. Start with why. This is not the Simon Sinek TED Talk, but when you start with why it matters before explaining how it works, you actually get buy-in with your audience. Talk to your audience, not at them. Use the you word. Are you struggling with XYZ? Instead of saying, hey, who here is struggling with XYZ? When you talk to everybody, you're talking to nobody. When you talk and use the language of you, people will feel like you are speaking just to them. I also want you to share short, real client stories, case studies instead of theory. Pausing. Silence actually lets your words sink in. If you ask a question, pause, give the audience time to think. Our human brains just love to answer questions. But if there's no space to answer questions, you're just speaking really fast. And remember, your tone and your body language communicates just as much as the words that you choose. So these are very simple shifts that instantly make your message way more powerful. And each of these will actually transform your talk so that it converts the right people in your audience. So the next time you are preparing for a presentation, don't just think about what you're going to say. Think about what you want your audience to do, to feel, believe when you are done speaking, because a talk that converts doesn't happen by accident. It's intentional, it's strategic, and it's also repeatable. Remember to be able to use that talk again and again and again. You get really good at delivering that talk again and again and again. And this is the exact process that I walk my clients through inside In-Demand Signature Speech Program so that they walk away with one talk that opens doors, it builds credibility, and it fills their programs easily. Hey, if today's episode hit home and you're ready to build the kind of visibility that no algorithm can ever take away from you, then I've got something super special for you. In-Demand Signature Speech programs start anytime. And inside this program, I walk you step by step through exactly how to write and deliver your signature talk, the same process that I use with my private clients. When you're done, you will have a magnetic talk that you can use on any stage, podcast, or webinar to attract clients consistently. And because you've been following along with this limited series, I created an exclusive coupon just for you. The link in the coupon code is right down below in the show notes, so go and grab that. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I will see you on the next episode.